So another reason I hear people say, I can't write my book right now is because they are taking care of one or two elderly parents. Now, this is a legitimate excuse because I have done this and I did work for a little bit as a senior advisor. So I would assist families in finding care for their loved ones. And when you are taking care of an elderly parent, it is just consumes you. It is harder in my experience, and I think a lot of others people's experience too, to take care of an elderly parent than it is to take care of your own children. And the reason that is because your little kids, like, they clearly need to listen, right? Like, you have much more control over the situation when you're working, when you're caring for your kids. Could you say, "Hey, we have a doctor's appointment." Your kids don't have a choice. They got to go to their yearly doctor's appointment, right? Or they don't get in school without that paperwork. But your parents are a whole nother story. So that is a legitimate excuse. So if you are taking care of your parents, even if but one of the things you could do that you might be able to do, but being under a lot of stress is really hard to be creative. But even if you just write in a journal, it's still writing. If you want to write, and just writing in a journal like all your frustrations and things like every day really helps, and it's definitely therapeutic. So you can do some therapeutic writing. But as far as creative writing, that's going to be really hard to do if you are taking care of your parents. All right, so let's go to another excuse I hear people say a lot is, I'm not sure how long it has been and I don't know if it's still good. Okay, so what do you do about that? If another day goes by, you haven't looked at it, that's another day that goes by that you haven't looked at it, right? Go find that file, search for it in your hard drive, look in your Google Drive or your Dropbox or wherever you keep your documents and see if you still have it, right? It's not a legitimate excuse to say it's not good work if you actually haven't gone back and looked at it. Now, if you know you're a better writer, like I know I'm a better writer now than 5 years ago just because I'm more practiced, that's fine. You can still take that manuscript and rework it. There is nothing wrong with reworking your manuscript. And if you have the manuscript and you just say, like, you know what, I don't even want to write about this anymore, that's perfectly fine. Write something new. Or you might take that manuscript and you might say to yourself, I don't even know what to do with this. That's when you call people like me and I can book coach you and help you with a manuscript review and tell you this, from my professional opinion, being on the outside, this is what I feel would be the best route for your manuscript, right? And get that outside opinion and move forward, right? Because you always want to be moving forward. That's the most important piece. And just staying in that, like, I have a book, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it, is staying in, is you self sabotaging yourself and not moving forward with your book.